Hello everyone to Electric News Highlights, quick weekly news about the electric car world.
Mowing your lawn is exhausting, dirty and loud. Perimeter wire lawnmower robots take a long time to set up. But here we have the solution: Mammotion GPS and 3D vision guided lawnmower robots. The Yuka, you can have a sweeper and collect grass or leaves. The Lro 2 has all-wheel drive for 80% slopes. If you want it lighter, there's the Yuka Mini and the Lro Mini all-wheel drive. Use the link in the description to tell Mammotion I sent you.
Fastnet Germany net. If you didn't know that, the German government has decided and planned a whole net of chargers in Germany. And parts of the highway have been selected, but also on other roads. And then different charging providers have been selected to put charging stations there. And Fastnet already has started to put a few in this Germany net into Germany, but now they have finished the first charging station on the highway. The plan for the whole Germany net is that when you are on the highway or driving somewhere, every 20 kilometers, when you go off the highway or a main street, you will find a charging station, and not just one. It has, I think the minimum is 6 charging stalls, and they have to provide a minimum of 200 kilowatt of power. This Fastnet location is on the A40. That's around Duisburg, Düsseldorf. I have to look. Rostplatz, Neufelder, Heide Süd. 3 hyperchargers, 400 have been provided by Fastnet, so 6 charging stalls as the minimum says. Tesla Diner. If you haven't seen this, this is a great idea and it looks amazing. Tesla has opened a charging stations that also has a restaurant, so a diner, and a car cinema. I don't know how you call that in English exactly, but you can sit in your car and there are 2 gigantic screens where you can watch, of course, a bit of Tesla information, but also other stuff. I find it very cool. So you can charge. There are 80 version 4 superchargers there, and while you are charging, you can sit in your car or go into the restaurant or go on a special platform and watch a movie or something. It's really cool, looks really nice. Did I say that it is in Hollywood, so LA? Let's stay with Tesla. Tesla is getting better. Where the first quarter of 2025 was really bad for Tesla when it comes to sales, especially in Germany. In the first quarter we had minus 60% of Tesla EVs less sold than last year. Now in the second quarter it's getting a bit better. In Germany it's still not amazing, but at least the Model Y, for example, is now on number 9 when it comes to the most sold EVs in June of 2025. We'll see how it goes on. And by the way, the second quarter, even though it's better than quarter number 1, it's still worse than in 2024. Skoda Elroq L and K. Yes, the Skoda Elroq, people are loving the car. It's a smaller version of the ENH and it's much cheaper. So of course, and it has all-wheel drive, not like the ID.3, it just has rear-wheel drive. So you have everything that the ENH can do, but in a smaller car and in a cheaper car. This is amazing. And Skoda thought, let's make this car a bit more interesting. So now when you buy the Elroq RS, you can also have the front light as the ENH has as well. And all the versions can now have the same special interior version L and K that the ENH can also have. You get ventilated brown leather seats and the whole package costs around 2,500 euros more. EV sales in the EU. Right now in the first half of 2025 in the EU, 870,000 EVs have been sold, which is amazing. That's 15.6% of all cars. So EVs are getting more popular by the minute. Last year, by the way, at this time, it was only 12%. So that's really, really cool. Kia EV4 prices. In Germany, Kia released the prices for the Kia EV4. It will start with the SUV-like car for 37,000 euros. The fastback will cost a bit more because you get the big battery with it automatically and a bit more features. 47,000 euros for the fastback. You can have a 58 kilowatt-hour battery or 81 kilowatt-hour battery, the same as in the Kia EV3. The big battery non-fastback starts at 43,000 euros. The GT line, where you get all the feature packages, starts with the normal Kia EV4 at 49,000 euros. The fastback 51,000 euros. And by the way, if you want to know what's happening behind the scenes when there's a car coming, or when I test something, or if there's something weird, also in my personal life, I have started vlogging on my Behind the Battery third YouTube channel. So link is in the description below, check it out. Cheaper Tesla. Elon Musk has used Twitter to tease a new cheap Tesla, and now after a few days later it looks like it's more of a Model Y with less features and a smaller LFP battery. We don't know when the car exactly will come out, but of course when Elon Musk is twittering something, then people are like, ooh, what's coming? Is it a new car or something? But right now it looks more like it's what we all expected, just a cheaper version of the Tesla Model Y. EU CO2 limit numbers. As we all know, the EU has set a limit on the CO2 production of car makers in an average of the cars that they sell. So for example, if a brand is selling a lot of EVs but also a huge amount of still ICE cars, and those cars produce a lot of CO2, then the numbers are bad. And the numbers for the first half of 2025 have been released. BMW is perfect. They're right there where they have to go. And by the way, even though when those car makers are not reaching the number this year, it's okay. They get an exemption, it's fine. But the next year the numbers have to be lower, and they have to get to those numbers. If not, they have to pay a lot of fines, and they don't want to do that. Volkswagen, even though they're selling a lot of EVs, they're also selling a lot of Tiguans and T-Rocs, and they're 14% above the level that they need to go. That's not amazing. So come on, Volkswagen, new cars. Of course, they're hoping on the ID2 to get the numbers down big, big, big. Tesla is in a partnership with Stellantis, so Peugeot, Opel, and so on. And Toyota. They are producing just electric cars, and they have the partnership with the others, so they get money for that. But even though this is a good group, they're 7% above the level they have to be, because Tesla didn't sell that many EVs in the first half of 2025. And a bit of news off the channel. I just had the Volvo EX90 twin motor Ultra here. I had it for 10 days. It got picked up yesterday, and today the Kia EV3 with the small battery arrived. That will be very exciting. So it's an entry model of a Kia EV3 small battery. I don't see exactly what's missing. I don't see a head-up display. So it's very, but I don't see manual seats. So I don't think this is the base version, the cheapest that you can get. But still, I want to see how the range is, how the charging is, and I'm gonna do a really long distance drive with this car, because next week I have been invited by Kia to Frankfurt, where I will look at the EV4 and the EV5. The stationary, I cannot drive with the cars, but I can film a bit and see how the cars are. If you want to follow me on Instagram, BatteryLife1, and if you want to support the channel, there's a Patreon link in the description below, and here on YouTube there's also channel membership. But that's it for me. Thank you much for watching, have a great day and take care. Bye!